Hello everybody, bienvenido a todo. Welcome to my channel, Babnut, with me, Babnut, and we are in Train Sim World 5, as always, and well, look, as what has just come on screen. We are in West Coast Main Line, Preston, Carlisle, which is the northern vintage version of this West Coast Main Line route. So we've already got West Coast Main Line South between London and Milton Keynes. We've already got like a slight bit of it between Crewe and oh, actually no, we have like a little bit of it around Crewe in Spirit of Steam, and we have a little bit of it in Birmingham Cross City, and oh, I feel like there's somewhere, and a little bit at the top end of it in Glasgow, Cathcart Circle. So now we've got like a big chunk of it between Preston and Carlisle, made by Just Trains. It was released about 4 days ago, and yeah, it's a pretty damn good route. We are going to be doing the Class 87. I haven't seen what it will look like yet. I've picked the Intercity Executive livery, but the coaches will be sort of randomly selected as being either one or the other, either Intercity Executive or BR Blue. So we will see. It's 11 coaches, and it's a 9:23 service from Carlisle, which is where we are now, to London Euston. And I mean, this is a very long route, so we'll see. This is like an hour and a half journey, I think. So we'll see whether I do it all or I just take you somewhere. So, right, first things first. Let's unlock the doors. I will turn the change over. Oh my god, that bloody mouse. Okay. Annoying thing one. Oops, see, the door is tiny. Look at it. You're like, but no, you have to go through. And that's because that is what these trains were like in real life. All of this was just a, oh, should I put DVD? I'll put DVD on. May as well. It's annoying, but I'll put it on. Yeah, that's the circuit board. And then there's all the engine and everything in there. Sort of whirring away. Now look at all these sort of panels and everything. Cool. So yeah, this is the first UK electric loco. We've had multiple units before. We've had oh right, no. Let me remember how to set this train up. Right, first of all, I'm going to go unlock this. So you go master switch on. Then you need to press this button, reverse lock, and then you need to put it into forward. And then you'll hear all the engine and everything start coming into life. You need to turn the marker light on. And the headlight, oh no, and then another marker light, yeah. Oh, that. And then demister, what's this? Cap heat switch. Yeah, I think I've got November selected, so warm air switch, yeah. I'll put that on. Tail light switch, no, we don't need tail lights. Oh, what's that? Instrument light switch, yeah, we'll put them on dim. And so yeah, we've got the lights here and they're on. Anything else I need to do? I don't think I need to do anything here. Well, this button, the pantograph up overload reset, we are going to become very familiar with because I don't think I've run this route in part many times now. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, we've got one Intercity and then a rake of BR Blues, it looks like. Oh no, there's a couple in the middle as well of Intercities. Okay. And this is Carlisle. Oh, look at it. Gorgeous, ain't it? Oh, lovely, 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 jubbly. So, we are going to not jump. Want to mostly keep it in the green. It can go into the yellow a bit without it being a problem, but if it goes into the red, that sort of thatched, cross-hatched red and black, then it's a problem. Oh look, there's a Class 8. I guess it's been shuffling some coaches around. I did see a 47 earlier as well, with some Mark 2s, I think. Let's see. Let's see where that little 8 is off to. If we can catch him. So it's like a tap changer, but you rather than say some of the German logos where it's like a big circle and you just sort of like keep tapping it up. With this, it's like the notch up. You put it into notch up and then you pull to run up, and that is like a spring-loaded action, so you have to hold. And then oh look, there's a, I think that's a, is that a 40? Look, we've got a 40 and a 47, and I think that might be a, oh, that's a 40 as well. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we've got two 40s and a 47, and the little 08 there waiting. Oh, we're going over. Right now, there's a neutral section somewhere around here. I'm thinking, is this sign coming up? See, there's like this sign. I think that is it. I think that's it. So I'm going to power off. So if it's a black sign with white like icons, that means it's a mile away. And then if it's a white sign with black icons, that means it starts here. And I don't know what the exact, I think it started now. Yeah, back up again. Doesn't tell you when when the neutral section ends. You know what, this is the first time I've successfully actually done it. I think that's the first time I've seen the sign. There's basically one just before or after most stations on the route, a neutral section. But you really have to be paying attention. Like, I fully expect to miss them if I'm talking, because it's like a little sign you'll see that'll give you a warning. And there, I mean, I have never seen the advanced warning sign because I have never been paying enough attention. Anyway, let's tap up. So there's like 39 taps, so we're at 17 at the moment, less than halfway through. So what the taps basically do is just increase the amount of amps delivered at one time, but then they'll gradually fall, and that means you can keep adding more power. It's basically, you're not supposed to amp it up too much because you'll overload the engine, and then the engine will actually just like trip. Okay, right. Let me. Let's put it in the back. I think I already passed over the motorway. Damn it. Well, anyway, let's do a flyby. Ooh, isn't it lovely? Yes, we can. So we're going to be stopping at Penrith in 60 miles. What's a nice spot? Where would a train spotter be? Would find, I think, yeah, walk down this field, down this path, next to this hedge, and then be like, ooh, what a lovely place to look for a passing train. And I, as a conscientious driver, give him a toot. Oh, look at those Mark IIIs. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? Ooh. Now this route is famous for the Shap Summit, and the Shap Summit is between Penrith and Oxenholme. So I think the Shap Summit is about here. No, not there. Here. Yes. So that's where you're like at the top of the hill. So once you leave Penrith, you're just going up, 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 and then it's not as steep going south as it is going north. Like, I took a 47 north, and it took, I mean, oh, it was hard. 87 is electric, so it doesn't really lose power. But the 47, which is like a big diesel engine, it struggles. It gradually... Okay, 39 taps. We are at the top, so we can just let the train go. Though we have an 85 coming up, so... Why do we have an 85 coming up? It's a curve. So yeah, well, I mean, look, you can see this is the full route. It's too long to fit on, like, fully zoomed out. That's how long it is. Longest UK route. And it is, let's turn it off. And then we'll notch up. Oh, we gotta wait for it to tap down. Okay. Notch up. I say about 20 before it starts adding power. So yeah, if you like Northern Transpennine, this route's right up your alley. It's that era, well, a little bit later, but it's like that sort of old BR era. Very hilly. Like, look at this. Look at these landscapes. Once we get to the Shap summit, you'll see it's gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Look at that train. Listen to it as well. Look at it, Velocity. What a name. And they've all got names, all these 87s, and they all sound amazing. Ooh. Have it. So yeah, like I said, if you like Northern Transpennine, you get a lot of this, like rolling hills and distant, like, mountains, sort of, I suppose. Okay, getting to the 110. So speed limit is 110 on this route. Doesn't matter what you drive in it, it'll always be 110. If you drive a Pendolino, this does not have the enhanced permitted speeds added in. So even though in real life, in modern day, West Coast Mainline North, Pendolinos can run up to 125. In this route they can't, because it's old. Before that was that. Well, I think that system was kind of there in the 80s because of the 8PT, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same as it is now with the Pendolinos, because the route got a fairly major upgrade in the 2000s. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, let's just appreciate this. The glory of this. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at it. Lovely. This is like Class 87, a BR workhorse. It was built for this route, built for the West Coast Main Line when they electrified the section from Crewe up to Glasgow. And they had, like, before that, the southern part of the southern half of the West Coast Main Line had Class 81s to 86s. And I think the 81s to 85s were like various prototype sort of dribs and drabs, and they were gradually sort of replaced by the 86, and then the 87 was basically to sort of cover off all the extra capacity they needed for the services north of Crewe. And they developed these very handsome Mark III coaches as well. So these are the Mark III's, which are only permitted up to 110. There's a version which runs with the HST, which is the Mark IIIB, and that can go up to 125 miles an hour. These you can use with other BR locos. So if you've got the Class 47, which I think you'll have if you have this route, but even if it doesn't come with this route and it's layered in from somewhere else, I mean, if you have a version of the Class 47, it will work with the Mark III's. And this BR coat brake van is like standard with the route now, so you can have the intercity livery You don't have to find something in the Creators Club. And if you want a Class 47 consist, that's the with Intercity Executive livery, fully through with brake vans, Mark 3s, and the 47 all in matching livery, then you can get it from Creators Club, because I uploaded it this morning. So yeah, this is a very fun route. It's basically like, I mean, to be fair, it's mostly long distance freight or long distance intercity. There are some services, because if you look, there's this is the Morecambe route branch here. So there's 2 stops here, and you can run some 101 services between Preston, Lancaster, and Morecambe. I think there's also maybe some that run. You can do some 101 services that run like either the full length of the line or from like Lancaster to Carlisle. Oop, 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 oop. But most to make use of most of the route, you're going to be doing long distance freight or intercities. Basically, there aren't many intermediate stops. Like that's the distance between Carlisle and Penrith, and there's no intermediate stations. And this is the distance between, like from Penrith to Oxenholme is like like that much, and there's no intermediate stations. There is some loops and goods yards and stuff and quarries, but there's no actual intermediate stations. And then there's Carnforth here, so then you'll have between Oxenholme and Carnforth no intermediate stations, and then again between Carnforth and Lancaster, which is, where's Lancaster? Lancaster there. Oh, that's quite a small distance. And you've got this little wincy stop here. So like, yeah, it's not like a commuter route. It's not like West Coast Mainline South, where you have lots and lots of services. No, off. Where you have sort of like lots and lots of services that are, oh, just look at that. Oh, and it's something. It is. Yeah, I'm gonna get a picture. Taken from down the fence, down by the fence, I think. Build a view, get my zoom lens on. I should put the grid on, yeah, just so I know that I'm getting the 87 center. Right, depth of field. I don't mind. No, I don't want it to be too low. I want to make sure the focal point is right. There we go. And I'm mostly happy, I think, with the way that it looks. Maybe a few more clouds. No, not that many. Yeah, okay. That's it. That's it. Okay, I might do that one as well. Right, there we go. What was I saying before I got distracted by the by that pesky photo mode? Oh yeah, it's not like the West Coast Mainline South where you got, you can do, you can do tube services, you can do inner London sort of commuter rail, then sort of more suburban commuter rail between Milton Keynes and London. This is very much, there are some local services you can do with the 101s. I think like a good maybe 60, but it's not, there aren't that many stations to be servicing. But that's fine, because it's a very pretty route, and actually it's very long. So I would not want to be doing a commuter route up and down this line, because it would take about 3 hours if you had to keep stopping. Oh. Shite. Oh no. I have a forlorn hope I'm gonna make it. Oh, I am. I am gonna make it, yeah. Emergency brake was a, Come on, release that brake. Release that brake. Get to 70, get to 70. There we go. Wow, I'm really late. Well, a minute and 10. It's not super late, but you know. So this is Penrith. He has 3 platforms. Yeah, there's one here. And then some sidings, yeah. Yes, I'm just going to saunter in. I'm going to embrace being late. Because I don't think I've run a service on time so far. I haven't actually really been doing the timetable services. Like, I like the 87 and I like the services and everything, but like, I really love taking like a 47 passengers, and like the diesel passenger services aren't many, because obviously it's electrified, this line. So the diesel services that we're using it were basically going from somewhere without electric to somewhere without electric, and just using this line in between, and that isn't many services. I did also take a 31 from Carlisle to I think I got to Lancaster in the end. That was fun, because the 31 obviously it never gets above 90. And I mean, it got above 90 on like the downhill. That was it. Going uphill, it was struggling to get above 60. And I think that was with there is a 31 passenger train, I think, one in the timetable, and it's like an hour and 50 minutes or something absurd. It's like a long train with Mark IIs and everything. Doors. Lock doors. Oh no, I need to. There we go, yeah. But yeah, like I've just been enjoying it with diesels, because the hills remind me of Northern Transpennine. You know, when you're like, I'm going at full pelt, and you hit a hill, and you're doing about 70, and then gradually as you get further up the hill, you're falling until you're like 55. And I haven't tried the 31 going north yet, because it's much steeper, like here, going up this bit, than it is approaching from south, from north. So if you go north to south, it's easier on a diesel engine to get up to the summit, and then it's just rolling down a steep hill the other side. But if you come from the south up to the north, then it's a little bit more difficult. I mean, it's manageable, obviously. Now, there's probably going to be a neutral section somewhere around here, because there's usually one near the stations. But possibly it was before the station, and I missed it, and I didn't, and well, no, and I'd powered off for it. So I'll try and keep an eye out, but I warn you, I will fail. But I can show you how to do it, like reset. It's really easy. Like literally, you press a button. Oh, this is the motorway. There we go. It's the M6, is it? Oh, look at that. What a sight. Gas. Yeah, I don't see any boards. Maybe it was on the approach to the station from the north. And I was powered down for it, so I just missed it naturally. Oh, look at that river. Cute. Oh, gorgeous, ain't it? Oh, that's lovely, ain't it? You can see why I keep missing the neutral sections, because I'm just like flying around not paying any attention. I don't know if they show on the map though, maybe they do? There's some weird orange things on the map sometimes, I don't know what they are, maybe that could be it. So yeah, I think we might have passed through it on the way to the station then. Look at this capsway. So yeah, the 87s don't run in like normal service anymore. I think there's a couple of preserved. So like you don't really see local walk services on the West Coast Main Line anymore. You have Pendolinos, the Avanti 11 cars and 9 cars that you see on West Coast Main Line South. You get lots of multiple units, like the 350s. They do some long distance services, and there's a new type that's coming in. I think maybe the 730 or something. That's what it's called. And then there's some rail tours that use an 87 or an 86 with a rake of Mark IIIs and a driving bank trailer. And they sometimes, yeah, they do rail tours occasionally up and down the line. And then there's some freight, mostly run by 66s. Are there any electric freight locos? 90s can be used. I think the 92s were used for something. But yeah, a lot of freight is just hauled by diesel because like it goes across the network, and like outside of the main electrified main lines, it's often the links between them are unelectrified, so it's easy to just have like one diesel loco pulling like the whole thing, rather than keep switching between electric, diesel, electric again. I think there is like a supposed to be like some kind of like a Class 68, but by oh yeah, whoa. That was a weird camera view. By mode, that's it. So it's class 90 something, I think, and it's like diesel, but it has a pantograph, so it can run from electric. But I don't know if it actually has happened or it was just a plan. But yeah, like other than sort of like West Coast Main Line, I think they had a bit of a stint on the Great Eastern Main Line out of Liverpool Street, like to Ipswich and Norwich. That was about it. And they eventually got replaced by Class 90s when they got kicked off the West Coast Main Line by the Pendolinos. So like, would they have seen anywhere else? I don't think they ever used these locos on the East Coast Main Line. The East Coast Main Line got the Class 91s and the 90s like brand new, and never needed these. And what else? What else is electrified? Not much in the UK. Yeah, nothing. I think most of them, well, a bunch of them got sold to Hungary, I think. Hungary or maybe Romania or something. Worked their lives out as freight trains, and then a bunch of them got scrapped, obviously. But yeah, I can remember these when I was a kid. 87s. I was a kid in the 90s, and the Pendolinos didn't come in until the early 2000s. And like, as soon as the Pendolinos started coming in, within maybe 2 years, like logo hold sets were gone. You didn't really see them anymore. And before that, and because the Pendolinos had like a really modern, sleek livery, like that really hadn't been seen before. Like most of the privatization liveries were terrible. Originally, like when it was all the railways were first privatized in the 90s, they were just like either they sort of adapted what was British Rail, but sort of with weird colours and stuff like that, they or they were just really horrible. Clearly, nobody was designing for the train. So, but that Virgin train, even though it was a bit clowny, like yellow and red, having like silver with like black outlines around the windows, and because the design of the Pendolinos was so distinctive, it looked really modern. Whereas the 87s and the 86s and the Mark III coaches and the DVTs before that wore this grey and red with like white stripes livery. There wasn't much Virgin branding. There wasn't much of anything. It was quite ugly, actually, now that I think about it. And I remember whenever we used to go for the NEC for anything, like a car show or a concert, we would go to Samuel and Dudley Station, which is on a branch of the West Coast Main Line that goes via Wolverhampton, and we would. What was that? An 87? Is it a blue? It's like a blue. It is. And so we would take the West Coast Main Line through Birmingham to Birmingham Airport, and then, well, Birmingham International, and then go to the NEC that way. And yeah, I can remember the getting on an 87, pulling in, and then getting on the Mark IIIs. And then I became like moody teenager that didn't go anywhere or do anything for a few years. And then when I started doing things again, I was like, oh my god, what are these modern shiny trains? So I think first I went on a Voyager, and then I went on a Pendolino. And the Voyager I went on was on the West Coast Main Line, so it was tilting and everything, and I think it was going at like higher speeds. And then when I first went on Pendolino and realised that it was tilting, I was like, what? See, I wonder if that little orange thing up there in the hood, that is the neutral section. That's what I'm thinking, maybe. I want to keep the power controller off. It's a hunch. I have no idea. If it is, there should be a sign telling me. Is that an 87? 47 it is, that one. Should be a sign telling me about now. Or I might have already missed it. Well, I was regaling you with childhood stories of going on a Class 87. No one's ever going to make me a train driver, so don't worry. I'll just be there talking to myself and then miss all the signs. Let's see if my hunch is correct and that little orange thing is in fact the neutral section. We should see a sign telling us if it is. It'll be about now. It'll be about now. It'll be about now. I don't see any signs for anything. No, that's nothing then. Oh, well, actually, we're going down. That was the summit, I think. That was, yeah, that was the summit. Yeah, it was. So, we're going downhill now. So I don't need to turn the power back on. Well, maybe I should, just because. Even at 1.3%, we're not really accelerating. So yeah, I mean, look at that landscape. Gorgeous! Oh, look at that. Look at this, see? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Come on, what are we? Oh, is it 110? Yeah, let's go to 110. We've got 10 minutes to cover the next 12 miles. Oh, and it's, as the crow flies, it's actually, with this distance, probably more like 16 miles. Okay, now I can turn it off, because we are just like shooting down. Ooh, it's at 1. Okay. Let's go, go, go. Look at that. Look at that. Imagine being a train driver and just being able to look out your window and see all that. Gorgeous. And the sheep as well. You know, just to like, for added bank. Okay, I'll turn off the brakes. Let's pick up some speed again. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? Oof. Oh, I could just, I mean, I love the way the Mark IIIs look. Very, oh, I don't know how you even call that, like, not streamlined, but just elegant. Very elegant. I love when, like, all the bottom stuff is concealed down here. Shame about the Mark I coach van. I think they did, I think they did eventually convert some Mark IIs into like half passenger, half brake vans, and the Mark IIs have a similar sort of profile to this. I mean, well, I mean, actually, if you ever see a refurbished Mark II air conditioned, they were basically rebuilt from the ones that we already have in the game. Those Mark IIs that have those old-fashioned windows with like the open at the top. They basically rebuilt them in the 70s to be air conditioned, so without opening windows, so like fully like these closed windows. They look very similar to this. You wouldn't notice. It's the doors at the end that give it away. They don't have these sort of recessed windows, I don't think, and they don't have these lines down the roof either. But like basically the idea was the same. Climate controlled, better than having ventilated with windows, so they've got air conditioning units in the roof. And some of the Mark IIIs that are still going have been like, don't have these doors anymore. They have like electric doors that slide into the body. modern. I think the Mark 4s all have that as well. I don't know if it was original or if it was added later on. Because the Mark 4, so the Mark 1, this is a Mark 1. So they're like very boxy, have like very edgy edges. The Mark 2 is like this, but with like old style windows like that. And then the Mark 3, well this is the Mark 3, and then the Mark 4 have like tapered sides because they were designed to potentially be used for tilting. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Down the side of a valley. Oh, how green was my valley. Oh, how green is my valley actually, because there it is. We could just... Oh, I'm gonna use this function. So I can get past that pantograph and then try and get a picture as if I'm... I was going to say as if I'm on the other side of the valley. But it'll take me like an hour to scroll over there. Distant scenery isn't amazing if you really get looking at it. Like, it's sort of, you get the same thing in Northern Transpenal, that when you look at the distant hills, you can kind of see that they are well, let's see. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Come on. Okay, that'll do. Ba-bam-bam. How is it possible to find a... No, that's not a good... That's not a nice one. Oh, it's because the shadows don't render in from that distance. Oh, but just look at this. I know I'm being annoying. But look at it. Look how long that train is. Big, loco hauled, long. Loco hauled. Okay, right. Okay, okay, we've got some hills, right. Let's bring... Now I'm going to add more clouds, just so I can get that sun brightness down off the cab. Okay, not too much. Okay, maybe bring the exposure down a bit. Okay, autofocus, and I don't think there's any point trying to do but I might do a motion blurry shot. Let's see. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, right, there we go. Taking enough of your time with the camera. Oh, but let's just enjoy it, eh? Oh, I've tripped the wire at some point. I think. Well, I've done something. Cause, there we go. Don't know how I managed that. Well, it's 7 miles away from the on the stop, and we got an 85 coming up. But I'm gonna run up, yeah, because we're going a bit slow. We got what, 4 minutes, 3.5. Oh, look at that, next to the motorway. I know I keep saying, oh, look at that, but I've wanted for the Mark IIIs to be in the game so long. Not as fussed about the 87, although I do think it's a great loco and it's brilliant. I'm glad it's in the game. But I would have been happy with any electric loco, to be honest. Might even have preferred a Class 90. Base it in the early 90s. Just saying. Intercity Swallow livery? Just saying. But no, this is a nice era actually, because it does mean we get to see the best of BR Blue and BR and Intercity Executive. Although I do hope we get a driving van trailer one day. So a Mark III driving van trailer would like matches the profile of these coaches and then sits at the back and is like can be used for baggage, but it also has a driving cab in it, so you don't have to switch the loco ends. And they introduced them in the 90s to basically cut down on having like stationary little diesel locos at stations that had to pull the coaches away, and then so the engines could switch. They still have, well, even in Germany they don't really have that anymore. Germany they have driving van trailers as well. They call them coach cab cars, coach cabs, something. Same in America. Basically the revolution. They actually used to. I think they were first introduced in the UK in Edinburgh to Glasgow with. They converted some Mark IIs and put like a. I think they may even have been Mark II air conditioned stock, so they would have looked fairly similar to this, and they just basically put a window, like built a driving cab in, welded up the door, put a driving cab here, put some windows in. And then, so this was before the Edinburgh-Glasgow line was electrified. So you basically you'd have your loco at one end, and then the little cab at the other end. It's exactly like the Keystone services on the Amtrak, New York Trenton, where it's just like a Metroliner cab. A Metroliner coach that looks like the others, but it has like a little cab that you drive in at the end. Very odd. They didn't last long, I don't think. They were replaced. They came in the 80s, and I think they were replaced by like Sprinters and then Turbo Stars in the 90s. And then the line was electrified. And that's what we have in the game now. And same actually on the West Coast Main Line. The Mark III DVTs only really lasted like 10 years between introduction in the early 90s and then being replaced by the Pendolinos. But they're still going strong on the East Coast Main Line. The 91 is just a push-pull loco, and the cab at the other end is just an empty, well, it's just a DVT. Slightly different from the Mark III DVT, because it's the Mark IV DVTs are like profiled to match the slightly tapered Mark IV carriages, but technologically very similar. I think the only place where Mark III DVTs are really used regularly, outside of like rail tours and stuff like that, is I think Chiltern Mainline. They use them on their like sort of mainline expresses with the Class 68, and they might be numbered because the Mark Vs that used to be on Transpennine could be making their way to Chiltern, and that will sort of dislodge the last remaining stronghold of the Mark IIIs and their driving van trailers. I remember when I lived in London, they were still using them on the Ipswich, Norwich, London, Liverpool Street services. That much I remember. But they were like, they looked pretty scraggy even then. I think they've been replaced now with multiple units. No! Oh, I've forgotten to stop. Okay, well, I'm just going to have to skip this one. We're running behind schedule, so sorry, Oxenholme. I'll show you the station now. Bye. Okay, well, here's a little Class 101. Oxenholme is where the Windermere branch goes off. You can't drive this branch, by the way. It's on the map, but you can't do anything with it. And here's the 101, and it's got some new smoke physics, the one for this route. So you see the smoke just sort of like puffs around and stays. And it's got slightly different interior decals, like it's been painted and stuff. Yeah, cool. Okay, right. Well, sorry, apologies about that late change to the schedule. But maybe we will now arrive at Lancaster on time. Oh, and I think there's going to be like it's probably going to be a neutral section around here as well. I don't know. I'm trying to keep an eye out, but like all the things have these little white notice boards on that make me think, oh my god, is that, and it's not. It's like a big board, but then if you don't notice it, you're doomed. Need to learn the location of them, really, don't I? But I'm just not very good at that. Not very good at memorizing things. Probably figure that out if you ever heard me tell a story on this channel. I get all the details wrong. Like, oh, did you know the APTC was this thing? And it's like I'm talking about the APTE, and I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, well, I'm going to amp up. And if I go through a neutral section, then so be it. Okay, yeah, we'll get to Lancaster. And actually, oh, we'll just do the full route. What can I say? We'll go mad. I don't expect anyone's going to watch the full route. There's plenty of videos out there already about this route, made by far better people than me, who know what they're talking about. Have probably actually driven a train. And I did post the sort of, I think I posted an end-to-end route. Yeah, an end-to-end run from south to north in a 87 non-stop, I think, from Preston to Carlisle. So you can go watch that, and it has no commentary, so you don't have to listen to my voice. It's just beautiful train, and it's like early morning, quite cute scenery. As in the lighting is all red and it's all very nice. Come on. How far is the way? Lancaster? 12 miles, okay. 12 miles and we got 11 minutes. I'm not even going to make that. I think this is relatively straight there. Okay, yeah, I might. looks lovely. Lovely jubbly. This part of the country, Peak District, very beautiful. Well, we're sort of out of the Peak District and just like into the Lake District. Oh, we're not even in either of them anymore now. We've sort of gone past all the hills and everything. But, you know, we went through it. Now we're just in Lancashire. I think. Am I being right or am I being wrong? Lancaster is in Lancashire. Don't ask me about shires. Don't ask me about historic English counties. I don't know. Terrible at it. Oh, what I also love about this route is the hills block out the sun. So you're like, oh, the weather's changed, and it's not. It's just the hill is so big, it's blocked out the sun. Oh, there's an 87. That's pulling a rake of Mark IIs. Yeah. So importantly, if you get this route and you're like, oh, I really want to take out the Mark II, the Mark IIIs, I really want to rake like this, then it has to be a service that like started or is going to end in London Euston, because they're the only sets that had the Mark IIIs. Everything else just had Mark IIs. I mean, maybe some of them in real life would have had Mark IIAs that look a bit like Mark IIIs, but I think, or Mark II refurbished that look like Mark IIIs, but the sort of nice coaches, the Mark IIIs, were sort of for high speed, long distance services. So some of the services that are just like, say, Wolverhampton to Carlisle, for example, I don't know if that is one, but if that was one, then it would probably be with Mark IIs rather than Mark IIIs. Because I wasn't paying much attention when I first started, and I was like, why do I keep getting trains that are like obviously not? But see that there's another one. Let's see where's that going? Oh, I'm gonna have to get my mouse out. Coventry to Glasgow. Yeah. And where was the other one? Oh, I'm speeding. Where was the other one in front of that going? I wonder. Oh, who cares? Coventry, Carlisle. Odd. Oh, he's Carnforth. You don't stop here on the main line, but there is a stop for local trains. Oh, look, there's my creation downloaded from the Creators Club. I think that's a standard livery. That's a Regional Railways livery for the 37. Oh, I think it's on a 40 though. No, yeah, it's on a 40. There we go. So yeah, that's Carnforth we just passed. We can't go down any of these branches, they don't go anywhere. But trains will go down them. This 101, for example, will come and go down there. And I think there might be some services you can run between Carnforth and Preston or Lancaster. And the 101, I have to say, on this route is pretty fun because you can take it up to its top speed. I think top speed is 70, and it will go faster on the downhills. Ooh. No, we've got. That was a full-on double yellow. What's ahead of us? Oh, I think there's a train coming off or on. There we go. Is that still a... I thought it was there for a minute. No, it's still further down. It still looks like a single aspect yellow to me, so yeah. But it might be double yellow by the time we get there. What is in front of us? What is there a train coming into our platform or something? Oh, there it is, whatever it is. Little 101. Should be a double yellow. Okay, double yellow now, so I'll start notching up. Takes up to 50. Quite some of these signal boxes you can go in, like this one. You can have a look inside it. Go up the stairs. You have to stop here for some reason, but there are some loops. I have been using the loops actually. When I first took a 47, and I built a formation, which was like it's got a brake car at either end, and then I think it's got 8 coaches in between. It's got 3 first class, 1 buffet, and then 4 standard class. And then it tops and tails with a brake van, so it's like 10 coaches and the 47. And it was taking me so long to get up the Shap summit that I was using the goods loops to just sort of stop and let a bunch of 87s go past. That was good fun. Okay, I've tripped the thing. No idea if we just went for a neutral section. Wasn't paying any attention. So we're quite close to Lancaster, so it's quite possible there's a neutral section here. There we go. I'll saunter along at about 50, I think. Was not me sneezing. And that's the branch off to Morecambe, so you can access it from the north and the south. I think actually when I did that 47 service, I went from Morecambe up to Carlisle, and that was very fun. I did snowy weather as well. It looked gorgeous. Look, this route looks great in snow. Basically, if like I keep saying, if you like Northern Transpennine, this is it. It's also a bit reminiscent of West Cornwall Local, but not, because West Cornwall Local is very slow. I mean, Northern Transpennine is very slow, but West Cornwall Local is exceedingly slow in places. And it has very sort of slow signals, and you don't see any other trains, basically. Whereas this one, you see lots of trains. And Northern Transpennine, you see a fair amount of trains, but it's got... I really want them to do like a remaster of Northern Transpennine. Early 90s, so we can have some sprinters taking on the Transpennine, and then some intercity swallows. Oh look, here's a little freight 87. Look at that, gorgeous. Okay, there's Lancaster Cathedral, maybe. Can never be sure, or maybe it's the castle. I don't know. It looks like a tower of a church. I'm going to say it's a cathedral. Okay, yes, I see that. Got that red ominously. Oh, look, it's turned to grey. It's turned to yellow. That's what defensive driving does. Defensive driving does. It means that I didn't have to fully stop, so I can maintain momentum. Accelerate faster for the 0.7 miles I'm going to be accelerating. So what's happening at Lancaster, eh? What's happening at Lancaster? Oh, so yeah, I guess that little 2 car was going into here. I had to pull across. It was going very slow. Ooh, and look at us going across the whatever this river is. Oh no, yes, I need a picture for this. this is picture. That is a picture. Down, no, 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 no. Down, no, 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 no. Do I want to make it like... Well, I want to hide the overlay, but I still need the grid lines. Okay, right, that's an arch, so I need to line it up with the bottom of these then, better. Okay, I think that's pretty central. It doesn't look like it though, does it? It looks like it's off center, it doesn't look like it's straight. Okay, that might be as good as it gets. Yeah, I need a shot that's like, oh, you're down by the warehouses looking up at this train which is passing, but not with a... Okay, no, I need a bigger field of view than that. Oh, that's better. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Depth of field, I don't think I need to. Yeah, look, I think it's fine. I'm gonna make it bigger if anything. Exposure, I think it's fine. Vignette. No, let's leave it as it is. Yeah. Don't want to change any of that. Might up the clouds a little bit, just again to try and add a little bit of texture. Oh, that's lovely. I might do maybe. Oh no. No, I've run into something. Do something like that so I can get the Mark 3s in. No, no. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, we'll turn off the power as well. Upon our first application, slow down. I mean, if you don't know already, I highly recommend this route. It is a very, very nice route. I mean, I enjoy a lot of routes in this game. So maybe that isn't saying much, but I do think this is like very well made. It does really immerse you, like full on. When you're playing it, you're like, I'm in the zone. I'm in this era. Like nothing really sort of pulls you out of it. Oh, look at the pacer, little pacer. That's one thing I need to drive on this route. Pacer. See, I would absolutely, if you like old British rail stuff, then you absolutely need this. Like, there's not even no excuse to not get it. I think it's expensive. That's not an opinion. I think like it is one of the most expensive add-ons. I think it's actually 40 euros, and maybe that's like 30 quid, or 35 quid or something. But it's worth it. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. Like, fully, very complete. I'm still late, even though I skipped Oxen home. Just a very complete DLC. I mean, I've got Blackpool Preston, so I get things like the Pacer as well, which add to this route. And then I've got a bunch of stuff downloaded from Creators Club, which sort of seems to just appear randomly, which does also add to the vibe, because it means you get some random regional railways liveries or at some point we might see a Network Southeast 47. So prepare yourself for that. Not very region appropriate, but stranger things happened. Oh, look, we've got a layover here. So, like, I actually am okay for time. I'll still be late getting to Preston. Mark my words. It's like a straight line run, so like and a relatively high speed. I think this bit is mostly 110, but still, watch me be late. Okay, I'm gonna close the doors now. Okay, doors are locked. Still red. Something coming? I don't think so. Oh, no, now we're green. Oh, come on. Rolling back there. Oh. There we go. Off we go. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. It's a very handsome train. Well, handsome actually, yeah, handsome is the word. It's not pretty. It's handsome. Rugged. Look at these, got these big chunky cable sort of things stuck to the outside. I don't think this was ever delivered as a classic train either. I think this was like full on BR era, BR blue, so it didn't have like an old classic. Because the 81 to 86s, I think when they were first delivered, they were all in like lightning blue with white surrounds around the cabs. Whereas this was delivered in like early 70s, I think, and was full on BR blue. 87. No pre-tops name. Okay, right. I can notch up. Notch up, notch up, notch up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I'm looking at the hood, but you can also look at these little heat dials down here. And basically, so long as these little pins don't go into the red, you should not trip the circuit breaker. But should they go into the red, you'll trip the circuit breaker, and then you'll need to wait for it to power down, and then you'll need to put this into power off, and then you'll need to sort of press reset, overload reset. It's actually very easy once you do it. Like I said, most times I play this game, I go through the neutral sections and have no idea. And then I realise the train is not taking power, so I just reset and then start again. Start accelerating again. I mean, obviously you can see from my driving, I'm not very good. But I haven't had any major disasters. All that's happened is that I've slowed down and driven slowly. Oh, okay, you could count skipping a station as a major disaster, but I think that was a learning experience that everybody here learned from. That's what I think. So it was educational, really. Oh no, I'm going into the yellow. Too far into the yellow. How far are we? Oh, 20 miles. Oh, this is a long way. Oh, this is a big stretch. Big stretch. But I think it's mostly 110 along the way. So we should be able to cover it quite fast. Like I said, it's quite straight point to point as well for this route. So when it says 20 miles, it really kind of is. So that means if we're doing 60 miles an hour, it will take us how long? 20 minutes. It's be a mile a minute. And if we're doing 120 120, it would take us how long? 10 minutes. We'd be doing a mile every 30 seconds. But we're not going to be doing 120. We're going to do 110. So work that out and give me your answers. If one train is going at 100, well, we're not even at 110 yet. We're at 50. So factor in the acceleration as well. Go on. How long is it going to take us to get there? I am yawning, and it's not because this route is boring, it's literally because this route is long. And I'm like, I'm not used to sitting, making a video for like this long. I hate making videos that are longer than an hour. 45 minutes is the sweet spot for me. So this is going to be like, potentially double that. Okay. I'll tell you what I like about this route. It feels like if you watch the if you type 87 cab journey into YouTube, you'll get some like vintage VH like filmed on a camcorder cab rides across Shap Summit. And it has that vibe. This does, especially when you drive like at this time of year, when all the trees are orange and everything, because it just has that kind of old-fashioned vibe. So then when you watch the videos, you're kind of like, they're all desaturated and look sort of brown. You're like, oh wow, I see it. They've captured it really well. I think they themselves said in the preview that they had been using cab videos, cab ride videos, and you can tell. I think that's something maybe DCG don't do as like religiously. Because you can see that JT had like sort of said, what are the main things that someone's going to notice on this line when things begin, where things are, what you see, and they've sort of built the scenery and built everything on that principle. Whereas sometimes with DCG you kind of get a more of an approximation, and then big landmarks will be missing, or they'll use a generic asset for like a cathedral that's like right next to the railway. But you know me, I enjoy lots of routes. Like, but this one is exceptional. This one, I mean, Blackpool was actually pretty exceptional when it came out too. You can tell like a route's good when like there's really no mod or enhancement packs for it, and I don't foresee there ever being an enhancement pack for this. There might be some small mods for like liveries, or because I think a lot of people will want a full rake of this in the same colours. There might be some mods for. I don't think there'll even be a timetable mod, because this one's pretty good. What would there be mods for? I don't know, because the line sides are pretty full of stuff. They've got the timetables pretty much bang on. Maybe that 150 could sub in to some of those 101 services, maybe, but it's like a slightly later era of train, so maybe not. Someone might make a timetable mod of modern day this route, as in they'll put the Avantis and the class 350s in like a Trans-Pennine livery on here. That I foresee happening, because there was a modern West Cornwall local timetable, and I've seen people in Creators Club wanting to do trying a modern Northern Rail timetable for Northern Trans-Pennine as well. This route it kind of will work, because the stations haven't changed that much. If you completely strip out the rolling stock and just replace it with new rolling stock, the biggest change is probably the electrification of the Blackpool end. So the line that goes to Blackpool in this era wasn't electrified from Preston, but it is now. So there'll be some changes to the catenary there. I think maybe there's fewer yards in Preston and Carlisle. But the stations themselves, the buildings, are mostly similar. And what else? I think Carnforth and Oxenholme and Penrith are pretty much the same. So what you'd need is you'd have the Pendolinos. That'll work. Class 350s in a Transpennine livery. That would work. You could do. I think there'll be some Northern Rail 150s or sprinters maybe around the place, and there'd be some cross-country HSTs. Although I think in real life they'd be Voyagers, but maybe for these purposes you could just use the HST. Yeah. A bunch of Class 66s, obviously for all the freight stuff. Anything else electric, UK electric that would be up here? I don't think any of the Electrostars really do much up here. Oh, you could do the Class 801s from East Coast Way in Transpennine as well. They do run up and down here. You could put them in Avanti as well, actually, and any other liveries. I think Cross Country have them. East Midlands Railway don't run them on here. GWR, no. But yeah, already you can get a sensor like with that. There's quite a lot you can do. Yeah, I expected someone will do a modern timetable, but I don't expect an enhancement pack, and I don't expect any. Did I just go for another neutral section? Oh, I did, I think. Oh, 87. Oh, that's another. That's a Mark III rake. Yes, it is. Nice. Lovely. Oh, my ear started ringing, so I've clearly... Right, reset. So yeah, that reset button, once you're in power off, and after you tripped it, just resets everything, and you can just carry on. Notch back up. Like I said, I find it easier to do that than actually pay attention to where the neutral sections are. But I also could have just tripped that because I wasn't paying attention when I was accelerating. I'm not sure. You can go back and rewind it. In real life I can't. I just don't remember. Don't want to get up to 110 though. Saunter along. Okay, let's get to 39 and leave it there. Oh, love the hum of it all. And if, as the teaser indicates, we are getting a Class 86 DLC for this route, that will be brilliant. The Class 86 is like, it's similar, but instead of 2 window panes, it has 3. I don't think it has all these plugs on the front either. But it's like, I think it's like a 10 or 12 year older loco than the 87. So it might be even more tippy-tappy. Oh, let me turn it off. Oh well, it worked out well. We're going down to 95 anyway, so I can just leave it there. I can't believe I managed to talk for like an hour and a half. I can't remember anything I talked about, so I've probably been talking about like something completely random. Sorry if you did watch all of this and you get that. I'm still sure there's going to be like one more neutral section to just like catch me out. Hey, it's a miracle for me that I remember that one at Carlisle and actually saw the board and powered down. That proves to me I can do it. I can do it, and I failed on every other one on this route, but once I know where they are, I'll be okay. It's because in my head they're like, oh, they're just before, just after a station, and it's like, well, in the grand scheme of the route, they kind of are, but like, actually, that's still like 4 minutes before a station, or like 5 minutes after one. So in that time, my brain has completely forgotten. Oh, no, I need to... Down to 80. Oof, brutal. Brutal. We need to get down to 25. Okay. Oh, this I've noticed. I don't think this was like this in the first. I don't remember it being like that when I first ran this route. So I don't. Oh wait, no wait. I think I've installed a mod that might have done something. So yeah, there's that like really big frame drop when you just start approaching Kia, which I was pretty sure didn't happen when I first ran this route. But I did install a mod in the meantime that like fixes the old 101s and Mark IIs from Northern Transpennine that have light leaks in them, and Tyne T's as well. And so maybe they're layered in somewhere around here. And I think one of them said this mod might affect frame rates. Maybe it's that. I don't know what else it would be. What other mod I might have installed that would impact? Because I don't think I've got that much installed that would affect this route. And I turn off the ones that, like the big heavy ones for like, that modify the whole West Coast main line, or, you know, that kind of thing. I haven't changed my engine settings. We'll see. Usually when the patches come, there's some optimization, so... Oh, look at that lonely little 87. Oh, the lonely... Number 87. Oh, that's a mail train. Oh, the station's so nice to arrive at. It's also very nice to like successfully run the whole route in 1 hour and well, I think I faffed around at the start, and I did take like spend 10 minutes doing photo mode as well. So who can say how long this really took? I would say maybe an hour, and if I hadn't stopped for photo mode and I hadn't faffed around at the start, an hour and 20 minutes maybe. No, more maybe. I think it was scheduled at an hour and 25. But then, remember, I skipped Oxenholme, so... Velocity. Okay, well. I'm a lowly railway worker. And I've decided I want to take a picture because it just looks so good. Okay. I'm going to add clouds to get rid of some of that shininess off the front. No. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'll wait till the things are launched, then we can oh look, it says max speed 110. There we go. Lock the doors. Oh, I'm thrown out straight away. Oh, perfect score, even though I missed a stop. I got a platinum. I got speeding 455. Use safety systems. Well, I didn't. I don't think. Oh no, I did turn on the .dsd. Yeah. Objectives completed. I guess there was like a 500 objective for if I'd have stopped at Oxenholme. Well, I'm not going to complain. Return to free roam. I think. You can have it. You can go down to London, mate. Does it say what time it's going to leave? What platform is that for? It says 4 leaving in 2 minutes. Oh, it's the DSC. Or the DVD. I shall have to go in and turn it off. It sounded like a bomb then. I'll turn it off, otherwise it will just be annoying. Now I've got to get off the train before it leaves. No! Oh, and these are the carriages, so we can have a look. Well, actually, you can probably go in here and make a phone call. Well, and make a passenger announcement. So you can say, on.
We will shortly be arriving at Preston.
We arrived at Preston. But, well, just what it is, eh? Right, so that's the Mark 1. This is the Mark 3 first class in BR Blue. Lovely beige interiors. They do have slightly different interiors depending on what outside what outside livery they have. So this is a BR Blue, and everything's blue and grey. And this is the BR in City, and everything's red. Oh no! I don't want to get locked on the train. Passenger lounge, gentlemen. Oof. Oh, you'll be interested to know that you can enter the toilets on some of these stations. Not Preston, because I don't think that was in Blackpool, and they haven't added it in this one. But they have added it. Some of the new stations. Oh, look, 48 and some Mark IIs. What's interesting actually is these greyed out ones here. See, greyed out. because they are like fully on the map. Like, so this is the Morecambe branch, and then this is goes to Heysham down here, and this is the Windermere branch. Now, there's nothing on them, and if you go down them, you'll just fall out of bounds very quickly. But the track does seem to be there, and this one makes me wonder if maybe there's an expansion planned, because they've often said the reason they don't do line extensions is because if you don't do it, plan for it when you make the route. This is DGG years ago. Like saying if you don't do it and you plan the route, it's very hard to add it in later. So this looks like maybe they built it and they are planning to add it in later. This I don't think any passenger services in this era, so it could just be like a freight line with like maybe, I don't know, bits and pieces. Windermere definitely does though. It has like 101 services that go off up there, and yeah. Oh, there's a 47 saying goodbye. Shall we watch? We'll watch, and then because like this is like already like it's like this is going to be like an hour or 2 hour thing. We'll watch and we'll see what happens with this train. What platform is this? 3. So where's it going? Platform 3 to Edinburgh Waverley. I think that 87 that's been was waiting when we arrived, is going to come in. He's going to swoop away with it. That's what I reckon. Or maybe it'll be some other 87. So there's that 47 going. Full on, like, bye. Now let's see. Is this 87 going to do anything? What time is it supposed to be picked up? Now I am just sort of like wasting time. But, you know, if you are interested in seeing these kind of things happen, then... So what time is it now? It's 10:50. Oh, we've got 10 minutes. That could be a long time if it's waiting for things to happen. Was that my 80? Was that my 87 disappearing? It sounds like it, doesn't it? I think I was the only other one in the station. Oh no, there's another one. Another train leaving. That was the parcels train, wasn't it? Yeah. There it goes. And I think, this station and all of it is from Preston, Blackpool, Preston. So it's all, those are the devs who made it. I recognise him from the stream. Well, I assume he's also a dev who made it, because he's on the streams. He I don't recognise from a stream, but I'm assuming that's what they are. Oh, I shouldn't just stand in the middle of the railway. But yeah, so this is the same as the Preston one, but the 87s and the don't and the Mark IIIs don't layer back into Blackpool yet, but they did say that they were going to try and do it. Ooh, look at this, a secret door. No, it doesn't go anywhere. But this is where the people appear from in the station. I'm interested as to why we haven't gone yet. We're waiting for ages. What time is it? 52. 46. Yeah, that was supposed to go 5 minutes ago. What could I have left on that is preventing it from leaving? Oh, it could be a 53. Maybe? But I'm pretty sure I arrived at 47. This isn't good. If it was supposed to be a 47, I was supposed to be the 47, and I'm... Okay, there's that 47. Oh look, there goes this 87. Oh, look at it go, look at it go. If there is a 53, then it's... No, I must be that. I must be the 50. Oh well, let's see. Let's see where that 87 goes, and then it'll come back and hook up to here. That's where the magic of this route is. All that stuff that's happening. It's what actually, like, even a route like West Cornwall Local, which most people seem to hate, I always think is really nice because you get to see quite frequently the Class 08 sort of bobbing along to bobbing along to take away the carriages and then bring them back. Okay, let's see how long it takes this 87 to come back. And which is this the Mark? No, this is the original Mark 1. So it doesn't have the telephone in it. I did see something I wanted to check if I can go up it actually. Maybe I've got enough time before the 87 starts coming back. Oh no, I don't think I will. Where's the 87 going? Oh no, he's already coming back. Oh, I want to see him. There he comes. And then, wait, what time? Is it 11? Yeah, I'm not going to wait another 5 minutes, I don't think. Shoot, boy, this is already like getting to be a 1 hour 45-minute video. Black Prince. That's a very it's like a very dark name. And what, like, is that a book or a poem? It's a nice name for a train, to be honest. Like the Black Prince. Although it would make more sense if it was like a coal-powered steam engine, maybe. Rude. I was standing right there. This graphical glitching could very easily. I think I didn't notice on anyone else's streams, but I think it might be since the engine mods I've got installed. I've noticed on some of the routes as well. Usually older ones. Oh look, here's a 101 after Blackpool North. Is this one of the refurbished ones? Yeah, it is. Well, I'll call it there then. Unless this train is departing like in a minute and we can watch it go. No, 2-3 minutes. I'll not just keep blathering on. I'll end it there and I'll say thank you for watching. I think this is a really nice route. Like you can see, like I said, Northern Transpennine vibes, but with electricity, and really good scenery for the most part. Distant scenery, maybe not so good, but the breathtaking scale of it all just makes it like it's brilliant. A really well-deserved longest route in the game, and I think a really nice alternative to West Coast Mainline South, which I personally find a pretty good route. With the mods, it's pretty much perfect. So, like, for me, that's like a really good modern intercity timetable with lots of stuff happening, and this is like a nice classic one, where things are a bit quieter, but like you see, maybe it isn't train, but what the trains are doing is more interesting than just seeing a train come at you. Because you come to this station and you're seeing locos changing ends. If you stay at Carlisle, like overnight, you'll see like so many loco shifts changing and moving and building trains. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so with that, I'll bid you adieu, and I'll say thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll probably be back with this route again because it's cool, but I'm probably gonna do something shorter. Hasta luego.